Now the latest thing in science is weighing the human soul. A fellow up in Massachusetts has done it. He weighs you before you die, and he weighs you after you die, and the difference is what your soul weighs. It's so simple, it must be true. And if it ain't true, anyhow, it's simple. But it's a terrible thing to think of. Suppose your time has come. Your family are busy grieving for you because they wasn't so good to you as they might. The younger members of the family are striding around trying to look sad as they should. The undertaker walks by whistling. Your friends are at the gate saying, what a fine man you were if you didn't drink, and did you leave much? And it's little you care. For the first time in your life, you're alone. For the first time in your life, you're yourself. For heaven knows how many years you've been somebody else. You've been your wife, your family, your relations, the policeman on the beat, the foreman at the mills, the barber, the bartender that gives you drinks, the doctor, the newspaper reporter, and public opinion. The world has held a looking glass in front of you from the day you was born and compelled you to make faces in it. But now you have no one to please but yourself. Good opinion and bad are alike. You're untroubled by gratitude or revenge. Everything is a million miles from you. You're beyond the reach of the alarm clock and the factory whistle. And you're just beginning the big day off. When the man of science shakes you by the elbow and says, "You got to weigh out?" And he figures, 147 from 150, 7 from 0 can't be done, borrow 1, 7 from 10 leaves 3. The soul of our late lamented friend weighed a light 3 pounds avoirdupois. 'Twill never be popular. People won't have their souls weighed. Besides, I wouldn't have it go about. Did you hear about Dooley's soul? They had to call in an expert accountant to find it. It tipped the beam at 1 pennyweight. Besides, scales and clocks are not to be trusted to decide anything worth deciding. Who tells time by a clock? Every hour is the same to a clock, and every hour is different to me. One long, one short. There are hours in the early evening that pass between 2 ticks of a clock. And there are hours in the early morning when a man can't sleep that Methuselah's age could stretch in. Clocks are habitual liars, and so are scales. Scales are for the other fella. But when it comes to measuring something that's precious to me, I'll not trust it to a slight improvement on the seesaw. But what do I know about it anyhow? What do I know about anything? Here I've been pitching information at you for more than an hour, and I tell you, I don't know anything about anything. I'm a modest man. I don't like to thrust myself forward. Won't somebody else get up? Won't you get up, Andrew Carnegie? Won't you get up, John D. Rockefeller, Teddy Roosevelt, William Jennings Bryan, doctors, professors, lawyers, idiots? Won't somebody else get up? Won't somebody else admit they don't know anything about anything worth knowing? Then by heavens I will. All alone I'll stand up before this class and say, about anything that can't be measured with a tape line or weighed on a scale, I am as ignorant as yourself. How can I know anything when I don't know what I am myself? I am Dooley, you say, but you're only a casual observer. You don't care nothing about me details. You look at me with a general eye. I'm always about the same to you, but to me, I'm a million Dooleys, and all of them strangers to me. I'm like a hotel keeper with only one bed and a million guests that come in one at a time and tumble each other out. I sit up late at night and pass the bottle with a gay and careless Dooley that hasn't a sorrow in the world. Suddenly I look up and see sitting across from me a gloomy wretch that fires the drink out the window and chases me to bed. I'm just getting used to him. When another Dooley comes in, a cross, cantankerous, crazy fellow that insists on eating breakfast with me. And so it goes. I know more about myself than anyone knows, and I know nothing. Though I could make a map from memory of any other man, from myself, I'm still uncharted. So what's the use of trying to know anything less important? Don't try. All you have to do is believe what you hear. And if you do that for long enough, you'd only hear what you believe. We live in an age of progress, but I sometimes wonder if progress is anything more than a kind of a shift. It's like a merry-go-round. We get up on a speckled wooden horse, and a mechanical piety plays a tune. And away we go hollering, "Progress! Oh, progress!" And we think we're going like the devil. But the man that don't care about merry-go-rounds knows we'll end up where we were. And we get out dizzy and sick and lay on the grass and gasp, "Where am I? Is this the millennium?" "No," he says, "it's Archie Road."